The Ellen DeGeneres Show has remained one of the most popular daytime talk shows for well over a decade. The show originally broadcast in 2003 and is consistently ranked as one of the most watched shows on television, with Ellen recently being renewed for 3 additional seasons premiering through 2022. Over the years, Ellen has interviewed some rather strange guests and has captured many cringe-worthy moments throughout her career. Here are several cases in which celebrities managed to embarrass themselves or otherwise harm their career while appearing on Ellen. Number 1. Kanye West. This first entry shouldn't be much of a surprise given the celebrity's history, though Kanye West appeared on Ellen in 2016 and managed to thoroughly embarrass himself in many viewers' opinions. During his planned brief interview, Kanye managed to work himself into a nearly 8-minute monologue about his life, upbringing, and why he acts the way that he does. Ellen's interview began like any other, with her asking Kanye some minor details about his personal life, though he seemingly was a bit uncomfortable with the questions as he rarely offered more than a couple of words or a sentence as a response. Ellen eventually resorted to bringing up Kanye's infamous Twitter account, at which time she asked him if he had ever regretted anything that he had tweeted. Now, this question opened a door for Kanye that he didn't soon exit. He answered, telling the story of the time that he requested $1 billion in funding from Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg. However, the rather humorous flaw behind this was that he was requesting the funding from Facebook CEO on the company's leading competitor website, Twitter. Kanye admitted his mistake and claimed that he felt as though he may have been a bit more successful in his request if he had used Facebook to post instead. Ellen then made a bit of a mistake as she then urged Kanye to explain what he planned to do with these funds, stating that someone who may be watching may have the funds to loan to him. From here, Kanye rolled with it and began his now infamous Ellen speech. The contents of Kanye's speech were less than memorable, though the sheer passion in his body language and voice are what the interviewer really found so interesting. Kanye made a point to give his entire life story in the segment, rambling on about things that largely made no sense to most viewers. He did make a couple of highlight remarks in which he said, "Everything that I sonically make is a painting. I see it, see the importance. It's like I'm shaking talking about it. I know it's daytime TV, but I feel that I can make a difference while I'm here." He ended his speech with, "I'm sorry, daytime television. I'm sorry for the realness." Ellen then cut to a commercial break after not being able to get a single word in through Kanye's speech. Number 2. Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner has become a rather popular public figure in recent years due to her previous transitional period of her life in which she left behind her past self, Bruce Jenner, to become the woman she says that she has always wanted to be. However, what's a bit unique about Caitlyn's situation is that she has maintained strict conservative views on her ideas of same-sex marriage, previously stating that she is adamantly against the idea. She told Ellen, "I'm a traditionalist." She continued to say that she feels as though it is tradition, both from a societal standpoint and a religious standpoint, that marriage is strictly between a man and a woman. She added that she feels as though society has switched from its conservative background to now fearing as though one's opinions may negatively impact the lives of others, a rather simple observation. However, she ended her remarks by saying, "If the word marriage is that important to you, I can go with it." Ellen responded by stating that, obviously marriage is an important word because marriage is marriage and equality is equality. We want the same word that everyone else has. That's the word, we want the same thing. Caitlyn then took to her website later on to address her remarks on Ellen. She stated that there was a time in her life when she was unaware of just how important the idea of marriage is for same-sex couples. She continued to say that after hearing about the hardships that her gay friends had faced throughout their lives, she has now shifted her perspective and can back the idea of gay marriage. It certainly seems a bit odd that Caitlyn would have shared her thoughts on this matter in such a direct way to a notorious progressively minded individual such as Ellen. This episode has become one of the most cringe-worthy moments in Ellen's catalog and will likely remain so for some years to come. Number 3. Ellen and Katy Perry. This final moment is a time in which Ellen embarrassed herself on her own show. Ellen certainly isn't shy about making fun of herself and owning up to her embarrassment, but this moment is certainly one of the most severe. World-renowned singer Katy Perry appeared on Ellen around 2017 to play a game dubbed Will You Parry Me? The game was a crude reworking of the classic game Would You Rather, and before the two began the game, Katy jokingly asked, "Do I have to get married?" Again? Ellen then replies and states, "You were not married." Katy then states, "I was when I was 25. It's been a long time, no wrinkles, no lines." Ellen is still in disbelief and insistent that Katy has never been married. She asks, "To who?" Perry replies, "To Russell Brand." Katy then follows up with the killer line, "You gave me some wedding gifts the last time I was on this show." Ellen becomes visibly embarrassed but continues with the segment as planned. Katy Perry then made scissor cutting motion as if she were asking the cameraman to cut the scene. The two played the game, though now Katy Perry was the one acting a bit awkward and uncomfortable. She repeatedly caught herself frantically screaming about all the different guys she wished she had kissed in her younger years, much to the discomfort of viewers and even Ellen. Katy then attended a sit-down interview after the game, though things didn't clear up for her there either. This is yet another one of Ellen's most infamous episodes, strictly due to how unprepared Ellen seemingly was for Katy's appearance and how Katy acted throughout her time on the show. Regardless of these mix-ups and mishaps, Ellen has remained a great daytime show to watch. If anything, these moments only further fuel Ellen's success as they entice the viewer to watch more regularly in hopes of catching a guest or even Ellen herself slip up at some point. It's unlikely that Ellen's talk show will be going away anytime soon, and this strange, uncomfortable, and, well, humorous moment certainly do not take away from Ellen's incredible onstage personality.